Hello everybody, it's time for Phonics again. Kathy says, hello everyone, we hope you had a good day yesterday. And Oswald says, hello everyone. Rex is saying, yes, now it's time for Phonics. Right, let's see what's next. Rex is saying, it's time for us to remember and write some graphemes we have already learnt. Miss Coleman will tell you now. Okay everybody, we're going to write the different graphemes for the phoneme S. There's 3 different ones. I want you to write that now, and I want you to pause the video if you need some more time, because I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, you should have written those. Now we're going to write the phonemes. There are 4 of these for the phoneme. Phoneme. I want you to write those now. Pause the video, have a go at writing them, and then we will move on. Okay, well done if you've written those, everyone. We're going to move on and have a look at what those different graphemes were. So Rex says, have a look here and see if you were correct. So for the S phoneme, you can write it as an S on its own, or it could be an S and a T, or an S and an E. Those are the 3 different ways of writing this phoneme. The phoneme can be written as an O on its own, like in nothing. It could be the split digraph, the O and the E, as in done, the word done. Or it could be the O and the E, as in the word does. Does he like to go to the park? Right, let's move on then. Now write these words. Okay, I've got some words for you. And these have got these phonemes in. So the S and the T, or the S and the E, or the O, or the split digraph O there. So these words, there's 4 of them. The first word is the word rustle. Write that one now. Pause the video and have a go at writing it. Okay, great job. Right, the next word is the word nothing. Pause the video and write that one now. The next one is the word horse. Pause the video and write that one. And your last word is the word none. 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 There's none of them left. Okay. Pause the video and write that one. And we will move on. Let's have a look. So, in the word rustle, it had the S and the T. Did you get that one? Well done if you did. In the word nothing, there is it's not an it's an O. In the word horse, the S sound at the end is the S and the E. In the word none, it is the split digraph with the O and the E. Okay. Oh, Oswald's here. Hi everyone, today we are going to look for the again. It still makes the phoneme in these words. However, this time it has S and a W in front of it. Look at these words and see if you can spot where the SW is before the A, and changes it to an O phoneme. So you've got an S and a W and then an A. And after the S and the W, it makes an O sound. So see if you can spot it here. There are 2 words. I want you to pause the video now and find those words. Okay, we're going to move on. So we've got these words. Let's see which ones it was. Now the first one here, you can see highlighted in green. That one says swan. You might have seen these in the park, in a pond. Really big white birds, and they swim on water and lakes. And they're like a really big duck, really. And then the other one is this word, swap. I think a lot of you know what that means. So it's where 2 people have something and they change over, and each person gets the thing that the other person had. So you have the opposite thing now. I know a lot of you have got cards, those little football cards, and you swap them. You have swapped them in the past. Right, let's have a look what Kathy says. Right, now it's your turn. Find and read the words which have an SW, then an A, an A. In these words, the A sounds like O. So the letter A, this is its name, the letter A, sounds like O in these words. Okay, here's the piece of paper. You can pause the video now and see if you can find them and colour them in if you've managed to print it off. If you haven't, still pause the video and see if you can write down the words that you can spot that have the S, the W, the A and the P. Right then, guys, we're going to move on. So did you manage to find them? There were only 5 of them this time. You might have noticed at the bottom on this last one it said swarm, and then this one it's got the word fruity. It's changed, hasn't it? So swarm, it has got an S, a W and an A, but does the A make an O sound in swarm? No, you're absolutely right. What sound does it make? Great, the A and the R makes an OR sound in this word. So let's have a look. These 5 were the words that had SW and then an A, which makes an O sound. So let's have a go at reading them. This one, can you read this one? Great job. So it's swan. Can you have a go at this one? Brilliant. Swab. And our swab is what a lot of doctors are doing at the moment to test if people have got coronavirus. They will get a little stick and it's got a little bit of white cotton wool on the end, and they'll put it in somebody's nose or in someone's mouth, and then they'll take that and they will test the swab that they've taken. It's called a swab. And they will test it to see if that person has got any of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus in their nose or mouth to see if they're ill with that disease. So a swab is what they use to get stuff out of their nose or out of their mouth to test and see if it's got germs in it. Can you do this one? Brilliant. Swap. That's absolutely super, and we've talked about that one. Have a go at this one. Brilliant. Swallow. Now, well, that can be 2 things. One, it can be a bird. That's a type of bird. And the other thing is, we all swallow when we eat our food or we drink some drink. It is the action of moving the food down our throats. Now let's have a look at this one. Can you read this one? Brilliant. Swamp. Swamp. And a swamp is where it's very muddy and very wet and very sticky, and it is not very pleasant at all, and it tends to be quite warm, so it's like in a tropical region. Okay, Right, super. Right, let's find out what Oswald is going to tell us next. Okay. Great, now it's your turn to have a go at writing some words with the SW graphemes first, and then the A grapheme. Remember, the A sounds like O, so when you segment the word and hear O after the SW, you need to write an A. Miss Coleman will show you. Okay, so the first one that I need to write, I don't know if I can do this quickly enough. The first one I need to write is the word swan. Okay, so let me get my pencil. I've got my pencil. So, swan. Can you sound it out for me? Brilliant. Swan. It's got 4 phonemes. Now, swans. Oh no, it's not an O, is it? What is it, everyone? Brilliant, I've got to write an A. Swan. Super. Right, should we have a look? Did I get it correct? Yay! Okay, the next one, guys, is the word swallow. Can you sound that one out for me? Can you segment it? Okay, my turn. O. Swallow. Right, let's get my pen and I'll have a go at writing it on this one. I have to get my pen again. It's got to be an A. Ooh. Oh, can you remember what the O sound was at the end of swallow? Well done, guys. It was an O and a W. Okay, shall we see if I was correct? Thanks for helping me. I was. Well done, guys. Thanks for all your help. Oops, we don't want to go from the beginning again. Okay. Let's see what's next. Great job. Now it's your turn. Complete the worksheet on the next page. Right. So I'm going to say there are only 5 words. I want you to pause it after I say each word and have a go at writing it. So the first one is swamp. Pause the video, segment it, think about the graphemes and write them down. Swamp. Okay, the next one is the word swap. The next one is the word swan. The next one is the word swallow. And the last one is the word swab. Okay, make sure you've paused the video and you've written all of those down. And now we're going to move on. Let's see if your spelling was correct. Did you use the rule Oswald has told us about? Right, have a look at yours now. So you can pause the video again, have a look at the word list here, see if you were correct. So swamp, swap, swap, swan, swallow, swab. Right, so you read those, check yours and make sure that yours are correct. Okay, pause the video if you need to. Super, all we have to do is complete a sentence which has one of our words for today in it. Miss Common will show you now. Right, we know where we're going. Challenge 3. Let's have a look. So, I need my pen. I've got my pen. Now, I've got to... I'm going to choose the word... I might choose the word swan. And I'm going to start with an adverb. So I'm going to say, calmly, because a swan moves very smoothly across the water. I could use the word smoothly. No, I'm going to use the word calmly. It sounds nicer. So let's get the pen then. So calmly. So it was, no, it wasn't calmly, was it? It was swan. And I have to write an A. Calmly, the swan, I'm going to say glided, because that's how a swan looks like. What a swan looks like when it moves, it looks as if it's gliding over the water. So I'm going to say, I can't remember my first word. What was it? Calmly, that's right. Calmly, the swan glided over the dark. I'm going to say the dark. Murky is a good word. Murky water. That means you can't see through it very clearly. It's a bit mucky and dirty. So I'm going to say murky. So, calmly. And remember the R sound in calm is an A and an L. Whoops. My beautiful handwriting. Calmly, the swan glided over maybe I'll say through it doesn't go over the top of the water, it goes through it, the dark murky water. Oh, I haven't used a conjunction, have I? Murky water. Whoops, water. I'm going to put and in and. What else could the swan do? It's doing two things. So calmly the swan glided through the dark murky water and oh, I know. And it looked. Oh, it began looking. It began. Past tense of begun. Began looking for food. Ooh. Full stop. Oh, forgot my comma in between the two adjectives. Right, let's check my work then. So, I have used an adverbial to start my sentence. Where adverbial, not where adverbial. I've been using a how adverbial. How did it do it? It did it calmly. The swan glided through the dark, murky water and it began looking for food. Okay. Have I checked everything off? I have indeed. Right, everybody, now it's your turn to have a go. Now it's your turn to have a go. Have a go, choose 4 of the words and include them in a sentence, and you can choose which challenge you want to do. Great job, everyone. You worked hard today. See you tomorrow. Great job. You have worked really hard. Well done, everybody.